Welcome back, everyone. It's time to kill Obor, free-to-play style. Grab your fancy boots and magic staffs and let's head out. Whoa, all right, let's back up here. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I don't know who let him in, but this is a free-to-play friendly video, so let's ditch the members objects and get back to the videos that y'all came here for. Okay, much better. Hey, eyes up here, please. Thank you. Now, please back away from my face. Okay, to take on Obor, you'll need a brass key, which you can buy off the GE or pick one up down in the Edgeville dungeon. I even copied the map off the wiki. I mean, look at me go. You also need giant keys, which drop at a rate of 1 out of 64 in the wild or 1 out of 128 outside the wilderness. So it's time to get grinding if you don't already have them. I'll be taking some pretty spiffy gear. So we've got Zammy Monk bottoms for the mage, a wizard top and bottom, staff fire, amulet of magic, anti-fire shield for that added defense, leather gloves, and of course, those fancy boots. Honestly, I never do any free-to-play content without them. I don't care. Inventory is pretty simple. Take your keys and your runes. You'll need snare for this challenge, so nature's, earth, waters, deaths, and laws for teleporting. I have a mix between swordfish, which heal 14, and then anchovies pizzas, which heal a total of 18 in 2 bites. Now, while we make our way over to the Edgeville dungeon, I thought I'd point out something about the Skull Sceptre that took me a hot minute to realize. Now, this little guy is free to play and also your best bet for getting to Obor on a free to play world. If you've got the Authenticator active and the fancy boots, the dude down by the Cradle of Life in the Stronghold of Security will imbue this so it won't break once it runs out of charges. You can use a chisel with the other skull pieces to get these bone fragments to recharge it. Alternatively, members can use fire code DKR, but this is pretty cool. As far as requirements goes, Fire Blast requires 59 magic, though it can be done with a lower level spell, but I wouldn't try this boss if your combat stats are below level 50. You also will need at least level 40 prayer. Alright, now for a quick overview on the combat diaries. So there's 3 that are general KCs. There's kill once in a free-to-play world, kill it once, and then kill it 5 times. So all tasks can be done with a minimum of 5 keys. Now the 4th task is to kill Obor while he's immobilized. For free-to-play, that means using snares, and members obviously have more options such as Ice Spell or Entangle. Now, back to the wall, either stand against the wall or stay out of melee distance for the whole fight, which is what I'll be doing here. Pray the appropriate protection prayer for the entire fight. I'll be camping prey range and staying out of melee distance, so this one won't be too difficult either. Alright, now for a full kill. So like I said, prey range, and then he's going to use a range check. Well, run away. Okay, well first you actually want to turn run on, then run away and use snare. So from here, it's a bit of a dance. You're just going to run around all of the corners until he's kind of dead. So here I'm in a corner. He's going to use a range attack, and then he's going to follow me, and I'm just going to run to the next spot and cast snare. So what I noticed with this fight in particular is he'll use a range attack, and shortly thereafter, he'll start walking towards you. Once he does the range attack, you have time to move to your next corner and then cast snare. So there are instances where there's a bit of a cooldown period between snares, so immediately after he becomes unparalyzed, you won't be able to use it. But I find that if you wait for him to start moving and then run to your next corner, you'll never run into that issue. So here I am. He's going to do a range attack in a second, I believe. Okay, there's the range attack. So I'm going to run over to the corner, and then I'm going to immediately cast snare, and I don't have to worry about him, actually freezing or not. So that's an easy way to do this as a free-to-play. Just make sure you walk into the room with enough run energy, or bring energy pots so you don't have to worry about running out mid-fight. And yeah, that is the kill. Just make sure you have him immobilized before the final hit so you can get the Sleeping Giant task. But that is a perfect kill. Sleeping Giant, squashing the giant, back to the wall, fighting as intended. So I wanted to see how fast I could do this using members gear, and that's what I'm going to do. But anyways, I also found out that fancy boots have -3 to mage attack and a slight negative range bonus, and I'm actually quite salty about this. I feel very strongly that fancy boots should be best in slot for all combat styles if you're free to play. Why even have the best boots in the game if they're not actually worth using? I mean, you're going to use leather boots instead? Absolutely don't stand for it. So how about this? If our video reaches an insane number of likes, let's say 300 likes. I'm nowhere near getting that on a video, so let's say 300 likes. I will start a petition to Jagex to formally have them change this to at least eliminate the negative bonuses in order to have best in slot fancy boots for all 3 of the combat styles. Anyways, thanks for coming to my video.